Ever wonder why some things just feel right in your hands? Or why a room simply works? It's not luck, and it's definitely not a secret. It's a clever trick played by brilliant American designers, making your life smoother in ways you can't even imagine. We're pulling back the curtain on 10 brilliant fixes you use every single day, without ever seeing them work their silent magic. It's the quiet stuff that makes the biggest difference, right? The best designs are the ones you never, ever think about. They just work. They solve a problem you didn't even know you had. And they do it so smoothly, it feels invisible. It's the difference between a room that feels good to be in and one that just doesn't. And that's the secret. It's not about being fancy. As one designer put it, good design is about making spaces that are beautiful, useful, and meaningful. It's what makes a house feel like a real home. Think about something as simple as a room with tons of natural light. It just makes everything feel bigger, brighter, and more welcoming. It's a design choice that quietly makes your whole day better. These aren't accidents. They are brilliant, deliberate fixes. And today, we're counting down 10 American designs that are so clever, they've become a part of our daily lives, solving frustrations you've probably felt 1,000 times. Let's get into it. Okay, let's start with something you probably have within arm's reach right now: an electrical outlet. And specifically, the humble 3-prong plug. Ever wondered why that third, round prong is even there? It's not just for stability. It's a tiny, life-saving piece of engineering. Think about any appliance with a metal casing, like an old toaster or a desktop computer. If a wire inside comes loose and touches that metal case, the entire thing becomes electrified. With an old 2-prong plug, if you touch it, zap, you become the path for that electricity to get to the ground. It's a serious shock waiting to happen. But the third prong changes everything. It's a ground wire. Think of it as a dedicated safety escape route for electricity. If a wire comes loose, that dangerous current immediately flows through the ground wire, straight into the earth, and trips your circuit breaker. All in an instant. The plug takes the hit, so you don't. It's a silent guardian that has prevented countless accidents. Now, what about the places where electricity is the most dangerous? Like your bathroom or kitchen, right next to the water. That's where you'll find another invisible protector. Look at the outlets near your sink. See those little test and reset buttons? That's a GFCI, or ground fault circuit interrupter. And it's a design that works at lightning speed. A regular outlet is dumb. It just delivers power no matter what. But a GFCI is smart. It constantly monitors the amount of electricity flowing out and coming back in. The moment it detects a tiny imbalance, even a few milliamps going somewhere they shouldn't, like through water or through you, it slams the brakes. It cuts the power in as little as 1/40th of a second. That is literally faster than a heartbeat, and fast enough to prevent a serious electric shock. It's why you can use a hairdryer near a sink without thinking twice. That little outlet is your personal, high-speed bodyguard. This next one isn't in your house, but you rely on it dozens of times every single day. Picture this. You're driving in heavy traffic. You're focused on the car directly in front of you. But the real danger is 2 or 3 cars ahead. If that driver slams on the brakes, you might not see their brake lights until it's too late. This was a massive cause of chain reaction, rear-end collisions for decades. The solution was brilliantly simple. In 1986, the US government mandated that all new cars have a third brake light mounted higher up and right in the center. It's called the center high mount stop lamp, and it's a game changer. Why? Because it sits above the trunk line, directly in the line of sight for drivers 2, 3, or even 4 cars back. You can see it right through the windows of the car in front of you. That extra split second of warning has been shown to reduce rear-end crashes by a huge margin. It's just another one of those genius designs that quietly prevents disaster every single day. But genius design isn't just about preventing disaster. It's also about creating comfort. It's the invisible architecture that makes a house feel like a home, where everything just works. Ever walk into a room and it just feels right? Calm, open, and easy to be in? That's not an accident. And a huge part of that feeling comes from one simple, powerful element: natural light. Our brains are hardwired to love it. A room flooded with sunlight feels bigger, cleaner, and more welcoming. It erases shadows, opens up corners, and just makes us feel better. Designers know this is the ultimate tool. They'll use bigger windows, glass doors, or even skylights to pull as much of the outside in as possible. It's the one thing that people almost never want to give up because it makes a space fundamentally more livable. It costs nothing, but it changes everything. Okay, but what if your space doesn't have giant windows? There's a brilliant, centuries-old design hack for that: the mirror. We think of mirrors as just a way to check our reflection, but in design, they're magic. A large mirror placed opposite a window can literally double the amount of light in a room. It bounces it around, making the whole space feel brighter and more alive. It also creates an illusion of depth. A well-placed mirror tricks your eye into thinking the room keeps going, making a small space feel way bigger than it actually is. It's a simple, powerful tool that bends light and space to make a room more comfortable. Now, let's talk about the single biggest enemy of a calm, functional home: clutter. We all have it. That pile of mail, the extra throw blankets, the kids' toys. And when it's all out, it creates visual noise that makes a space feel chaotic and stressful. The best designs solve this with built-in storage. Think floor-to-ceiling bookshelves, window seats with hidden compartments, or custom cabinets that blend right into the wall. Unlike a clunky piece of furniture you just stick in a corner, built-ins make storage part of the house itself. They create a seamless, uninterrupted flow. Everything has a home, out of sight but within reach. It's a design that actively fights chaos, helping you keep your space feeling open and your mind feeling clear. These are the kinds of choices that create a truly effortless home. They aren't flashy trends that will be out of style next year. They're timeless solutions to timeless problems, using light, space, and organization to create a place that is beautiful, functional, and just feels good to be in. But the designs that truly run our world are even smaller and even more invisible. They're the silent connectors, the tiny inventions that let everything, well, connect. Think about the simple act of plugging something into a wall. That standard American outlet with 2 vertical slots and a little round hole underneath? That's not an accident. It's a masterpiece of silent agreement. Imagine a world without it. A world where the plug for your lamp from Target didn't fit the outlet in your new apartment, or where your phone charger only worked in certain states. It would be chaos. The standardized outlet fixed that. It created a universal language for electricity in every building, in every city, across the entire country. It's a design so successful, so deeply embedded in our lives, that we don't even see it anymore. It's just a wall, but it's the invention that lets our modern world turn on. Now let's talk about data. If you're over 30, you remember the dark ages of connecting things to a computer. The port for your keyboard was different from your mouse, which was different from your printer. It was a tangled nightmare of weird, color-coded cables that only fit one specific port. Then came the USB-A port, that simple, flat rectangle that changed everything. Universal Serial Bus. The name says it all. One standard plug to connect it all. Suddenly, your camera, your flash drive, your keyboard, they all spoke the same language. It didn't just transfer data, it provided power, too. For decades, this one little American-led design was the default connector for billions of devices around the globe. It was tough, it was simple, and it made technology accessible to everyone, not just tech wizards. It quietly eliminated one of the biggest frustrations of the digital age. But this idea of a perfect, simple connector goes way beyond electronics.